that you will speak to us as you've never spoken to us before. May we move from where we are. May we walk or come to have a closer relationship with you. Another time the preacher is asking not to allow the sermon to get in the way of the message, nor the preacher in the way of the cross. And at the end of it all, may the saints be edified, your name be glorified, and the devil be horrified. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. If you turn your Bibles with me to the book of St. Luke chapter 17. What book did the preacher say? St. Luke, and the chapter is chapter 17, and the verse is verse 32. St. Luke chapter 17 and verse 32. And Pastor has it there on the screen. Let's read it together. Remember Lot's wife. That's the sermon tonight. Remember Lot's wife. That's all we'll focus on tonight. Remember Lot's wife. I speak to you on a simple subject entitled Heed the Warning. Heed the warning. St. Luke chapter 17 and verse 32. Remember Lot's wife. I recall sometimes ago, if you know me very carefully, I tend to give a little bit of trouble, not a whole heap, but I give a little bit of trouble. My older brother, that is, in Scarlet, he had his phone. It was all the way in 2007. I didn't get my phone as yet. And I wanted a phone so badly that I would constantly play around with my brother's phone when he was not around. My mother would say ever so often, leave his phone alone. Leave his phone alone. But I would not listen. I would interfere with the phone day in and day out until finally I tried to pull the phone apart and the SIM card fell out, and that was it. He came in the evening from school, furious, asking for his phone. His phone was not working. And I got the chastisement of my life. Tonight, I don't even know if I should preach tonight. Remember Lot's wife. Jesus was giving the disciples a breakdown as to what will happen when his second coming will be imminent. Jesus Christ was giving a discourse as to what or some of the things that will happen when he will return. And he opened up the pericope in St. Luke 17 and verse 28. He said, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. Listen what they were doing. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. The same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed some of them. It destroyed all of them. And the Bible says, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of and he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. The Bible says, remember Lot's wife. This famous passage, it finds its root over there in St. Matthew, when Jesus says, two shall be in the field, two shall be in the bed, two shall be at the mill, and one shall be taken away. There are some people who go around and use that to bring about the point of a secret rapture. There are some people who use that text to support that when God, that we are going to be taken away and nobody will know. But let me tell you something. There is a rapture that is going to come, and it will be secret to those who are not prepared for the coming of the Lord. And tonight the word has come to Beverly that we must be prepared. The Bible says that in the days of Lot, there were some people, they were buying and they were selling. And sometimes you have to be careful how you use that term as well, because they have double connotation. You have to be careful how you use the term buy today. There were some people who were purchasing and others were selling. Maybe that's a better term to use. There were some persons who were doing higglery and some persons were selling. Some persons, they were eating and some were drinking. There were some persons who were even giving in themselves unto marriage. And the Bible says, likewise it came, they were destroyed. Remember Lot's wife. Heed the warning. What is the Bible? What was Jesus trying to say to his audience? Jesus was simply saying that the same calamity that came up on Sodom and Gomorrah, if we are not careful, the same thing will reach our society today. If you go over into Genesis chapter 18, the Bible paints a picture, Elder Barnes, it's good to see you. The Bible paints a picture where Abraham was sitting on his veranda under a cool shade, and he saw three men coming. Abraham dashed out and he asked the men, where are you going? It is hot, you are walking in the boiling sun. Come on in, sit down and let me prepare something for you to do. Abraham and his wife extended hospitality to them. God bless those houses that are hospital. God bless those houses that open their door as an avenue to serve people. The Bible says Abraham killed a kid and served the men food to eat. And the Bible says Abraham inquired of them, where are you going? They said, I am going down to Sodom. But Abraham was so concerned because he heard that the call of destruction was going to move. He was concerned not solely for the city, but his relatives who were living in the city. If you would backtrack further, the Bible says that after Abraham finally settled somewhere, there was a little squabble going on between Abraham's men and Lot's men. They were fighting over land. They were fighting over well. They were fighting over water. And finally Abraham said, in order to ease the tension and the animosity, it is better we separate. You see, my brothers and my sisters, sometimes in order for you to keep the peace, in order for you to keep your sanity, in order for you to gain your salvation, it is better for you to part company with some people. It might be your family, but it is better to part company. For if you don't part company, things won't get any better. This preacher stopped by tonight to tell some person that irrespective of your situation, if you sit there in your situation, it will not get any better. It is only wise for you to get up and move on with your life. Church is sleeping on the preacher tonight. So the Bible said Abraham called his nephew Lot, and he said to Lot, I tell you what you're going to do. Look at the land. I want for you to choose the section that you want. I'm allowing you to choose. The Bible says Lot chose the more fertile land. And Abraham got the stony part of the land. But the fertile section, the fertile land, the Bible said it was close to the valley of Sodom. It was so close to Sodom that Lot, being a young man, I can just imagine that he was saying, I want a little bit of civilization. I want to taste prosperity. And he chose the section that was close to Sodom. The Bible says, my brothers and my sisters, Sodom is not, while Sodom might be the hub of business back then, there was a problem in Sodom. There was a serious problem in Sodom. There was a wicked problem sweeping through the society of Sodom and Gomorrah. My brothers and my sisters, there was a sin thing in Sodom. There was an epidemic, and chances are a pandemic in Sodom. They had a homosexuality problem. They had a homosexuality problem down there. The Bible says men were going to men. Women were going to women. There was a serious problem in Sodom and Gomorrah. And for persons who doubt the word of God, if there are persons who are casting assertion on the word of God, we have proof today, because Jesus said, as it was in the day of Noah and in the day of Lot, so shall it be in the time of the end. And we can see it today. And so often it bleeds my heart to know that a man, Pastor Adela Morris, you know him very well. Brothers and my sisters, he's a man, he ate with him. 2017, we did elegantly everything together. And a grand, myself and the gentleman, we even wrote a book together. We didn't see. We didn't. I don't know. It reached a point when it came out on social media, when he said he's now bisexual. Hence I said earlier, I can't even use the term bi in the scripture. I have to use purchase. A man who we walk the streets with and witness to people. A man who preached to people. The man is a part. Has turned to homosexuality. was so concerned to the point where Abraham began to question the angel. He began to question the first question Abraham asked. He said, will you destroy the righteous with the wicked? Will you destroy the sinners with the saints? And Abraham was so worried. Abraham said, suppose you find 50 righteous persons down there. Will you destroy the place? He dropped it all because he was concerned about his nephew's life. There's some persons, they behave like the prodigal son. They will say, my brothers and my sisters, I've got to pack up and I've got to go to a faraway country. There's some persons, they cannot practice their immoral lifestyle where they are in their home, so they pack up and they go elsewhere to practice their sinful life. But tonight the word is, remember Lot's wife. Sometimes if some of our co-workers should come in our communities and see how we behave as though we are decent people, we are lawful people, they would be so astonished by the way we behave when we are away from the church premises. It's appalling. Abraham dropped it until Abraham said to him, oh God, I am not doing this to get you angry. I will speak this but just one. Abraham said, suppose you find 10 down there, you spare the city. The angel said, no. If you find 10, you spare. And the Bible says that very evening when the angels entered Sodom and Gomorrah, they walked through the streets and they went to Lot's house and they went into Lot's house. The Bible says, as night fell, the men saw that some new recruits found refuge in Lot's house. They came knocking on the door. They said, Lot, send out the men to us and let's fix them right. I said, send the men out to us and let us set them straight. Lot said, no, I can't allow that club. Lot said, I have 2 daughters inside here. They've never seen no man. They said, I don't want them. Give us the man. You describe it how you want to describe it. But when sin has infested the body, when sin is ruling our mind, when sin has gotten the better of us, it doesn't matter how hard we try to get away from the things that we are addicted to. We can't. But I want to introduce to the church at worship the transforming power of the Holy Ghost. That transforming power is like a fire, for when you accept the Spirit of the Lord and it gets a hold of you, it will burn out every trace of sin. Brothers and my sisters, the Bible says that darkness or blindness was cast on the men. And the men were still fighting to find the door. That is what sin has done. Sin will blind our eyes. Sin will cloud our conscience. So even when there is apparent danger, we verse 22. Put it up there on the screen. The body, the mind only crave after sin. That's all we want. Sin. Listen what the Bible said. The Bible said 2 and verse 22. Yes, 4 and verse 22. Sorry. Jeremiah 4 and verse 22. Jeremiah 4 and verse 22. The Bible said, for my people, they're what? They're foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do what? But to do good, they have no knowledge. Sin has infested our mind. Sin has taken over our conscience, and the only force, the only person who can destroy the blockade that has taken over our mind is the power of the Holy Spirit. The Bible says that God instructed what to do. In the morning, take your family and run to the mountain, for there is going to be judgment. Take your family and run for cover. Take your family and seek refuge. But while Lot was willing to go, Lot was still concerned because he had children in Sodom who were married to Sodomites. You see, my brothers and my sisters, we can preach to people as long as we want. We can show them scripture as long as we want. We can preach to them. We can do everything, and we can do it so passionately. If people are not willing to know truth or to accept truth, they will never move from where they are. The Bible says, listen, my brothers and my sisters. In verse 50 of Genesis chapter 19, the Bible says, and when the morning arose, when the angel hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are in the house. Right now it's judgment time. Right now things are going to happen, and you can't be concerned about people who are outside of your house. You've got to be concerned about those who are under your wings. The Bible says, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Listen to verse 16, my brothers and my sisters. There are some Christian people, there are some Seventh-day Adventists, while they know that what they're doing is wrong. The church is quiet. While they know what they're doing is wrong, and they know that it is wrong, the Bible speaks against it. They are unwilling to let it go. They are unwilling to change. They're not willing to make a U-turn and turn their backs on sin. They're lingering in sin. Not only Christian, but also non-Christian. You preach to them from now until December, and they know, they see it there in scripture that what they're doing is wrong, and God is calling them. They would prefer to give you the excuses why they can't come down. But the Bible is saying tonight, remember Lot's wife. The Bible said Lot was there lingering. For whatever reason, I don't know. But listen, my brothers and my sisters. I like verse 16. The Bible says, and while he lingered, the men, which are the angels, lay hold upon his hand. Lord have mercy, I wish I was preaching to a church. The Bible says, the angels lay hold upon Lot's hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, and the Lord be merciful unto him. I wish I was preaching to a church. there's some people in this world where you can't be easy on them. You show them as it is. You preach to them. You pray for them. They know what they're doing is wrong, but they just don't want to let it go. The Bible says the angel got a hold of them. Got a hold of them. Got a hold of them in verse 17. The Bible says, and it came to pass when they had brought them forth about, that he said, the angels said to Lot, escape for your life. Run for your life. I said, escape for your life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. Listen what Lot said. Lot said, oh, not so, my Lord. The word of the Lord came to Lot and said, Lot, run for your life. Don't look behind. Don't stay in the plain. Run to the mountain for your life. Lot is going to look at God and say to God, not so, God. Church of God, I tell you, even some people will say, God has to come down himself and show me. God has to show me a sign. But if God shows you a sign, you will drop dead. You're asking for God to show you a sign. God has sent a messenger to you. God has sent someone to you to show you the way. But you're stiff-necked. Jeremiah said, my people, they are wise to evil. Brothers and my sisters, Lot said, no, not so, Lord. He says, behold, now thy servant has found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shown unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountains. Lot says, I've seen your grace. I've seen your mercy. I've seen your goodness. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I can't run for my life. Sin is so sweet. Sin is so captivating. Sin is so alluring that some persons just can't let it go. We find all the excuse why they must stay. Why they must stay? Because they treasure sin more than their life. The Bible says, Lord says, let some evil take me, and I die. The Bible continues. Verse 20, and it says, behold, now the city is near to flee upon, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have escaped, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow the city for the which thou hast spoken. And the Bible says, my brothers and my sisters, that when the sun was risen upon the earth, and when Lot had entered into Zoar, then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities, all the plains, and all the inhabitants of the city, and that which grew upon the ground. Listen to verse 26. And I'll shut my mouth and take my seat. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Jesus is saying tonight to somebody, remember Lot's wife. Remember Lot.